Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to another video here on the FIFA 17 official ratings reveal. EA have released the number 30 to 21 in the top 50. So just 10 ratings released so far today. I know they released 20 yesterday and I've done two different videos on each of the 10 that they released. So if you want to check them out, there'll be cards in the top right corner for you guys to do so. If you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button at the start of this video and of course subscribing to my channel for more of this type of content, informational stuff on FIFA 17 and gameplay once the game is out, that would be awesome. Let's get into it. So in at number 30 today, a player receiving a slight downgrade overall, it is of course Eden Hazard. Now I've gone for a slightly different graphical look today. I wasn't actually a fan, after watching back yesterday's video, wasn't actually a fan of how it looks. So I thought I would change things up today and actually use the nice high-res images that EA have provided us. It gives you all the information you need right there, and I can compare it to FIFA 16 card as well. So Hazard has gone from an 89 overall, and after a questionable season, I know he turned good at the end of the year for Chelsea, and he's been pretty good at the start of this season as well, but he's gone down to an 88 overall left midfielder. Still very, very good on the stats, but in terms of those stats, he's lost a couple passing, he's lost a bit of shooting, and a dribbling as well, but he's still a 90 pace, 91 dribbling player. That's easily enough to be one of the top tier wingers for sure. 4-star skills and weak foot still on Hazard. He makes it in at number 30. Now yesterday we saw Bonucci get boosted all the way from an 83 to an 87. His teammate Chiellini has also been boosted by +1 now to an 88 overall rated centre back. I mean, we're going to see the Juventus goalkeeper in this video as well. They're going to be a really, really solid team. If you also didn't know, Dybala is like an 85 rated. Evra, I think, was an 82 or an 83 overall. It's pretty cool. They've got some high ratings this year. But 88 rated Chiellini, as you can see, some of his stats have sort of gone up and down all over the place. He's not quite as quick this year, 74 pace, but he's still got 90 defending and 85 physical. That's pretty damn good. So he's kept that same defending stat from last year and actually been boosted in the physical department, which is quite important. Other than that, you know, passing's gone down a bit, shooting's down a bit. You don't really need that on a centre-back, and he's still got average dribbling, I would say, but good pace, great defending, and great physical for a centre-back right there. And of course, one of the top-tier defenders on the game. Next up, we need to talk about the Arsenal goalkeeper, Petr Cech. He has gone from an 86 overall to an 88 overall goalkeeper on FIFA 17. A nice big +2 overall rating boost there is pretty sweet. We've seen it so far in the last video. A couple of goalkeepers have been boosted to higher ratings. So obviously EA are now calculating the ratings based on position, as opposed to the fact that, let's say, Messi and Ronaldo are always going to be by far the highest rated players on the pitch. You know, let's face it, Neuer is the world's best goalkeeper. He should be a little bit closer to those Messi and Ronaldo ratings because he is the best in his position, if you know what I mean. So, 88 rated Cech comes in, a very, very solid goalkeeper right there. He's now got 90 handling. I said this again yesterday. It seems as though the handling stat is one of those stats which is really being changed up, and they must calculate it differently because every goalkeeper that's been boosted up by a few ratings in the top 50 seems to have a much higher handling stat than they did in the previous FIFA. Really looking forward to 88 rated Petr Cech. Another one that's going to be sweet if you pack him, 6'5" with that traditional save technique. Petr Cech, good goalkeeper for Arsenal, of course. We now move on to one of my favourite players on the game. It is Toni Kroos, the German who plays for Real Madrid, has been boosted by +1 to an 88 overall. In terms of stats, he's lost 11 pace. Again, it must be a new calculation for some of these stats because he's now only got 45 pace as an 88 rated player. My guess is that maybe pace doesn't necessarily matter as much in the middle of the park and he'll still feel roughly the same as he did last year. Again, he's also lost a little bit of dribbling, a little bit of shooting, but he's kept the 88 passing, which is of course a very important stat. He's also kept that 5-star weak foot, which is one of the reasons I absolutely love Toni Kroos. You can ping shots from all over the place with either foot, and of course he'll be a free kick taker, any set pieces, corners, you name it. Toni Kroos can do it. Looking forward to a little bit of the German maestro in FIFA 17. So, on to our fifth player out of the 10 in today's video. We have got Gianluigi Buffon, the Italian legend goalkeeper for Juventus, has been boosted by +4 even at his age, they've boosted him by +4 to an 88 rated goalkeeper. That's awesome. I love that. He's obviously had a great season once again for Juventus. He is one of the world's best goalkeepers ever, but of course he's not quite at that tier of, let's say, De Gea or even or Neuer, of course. But you know, an 88 rated Buffon. That means that you can now do 87 Bonucci, 88 Chiellini, and 88 Buffon in that little triangle of perfect links. That's crazy, and that's a really, really high-rated defense that you could get right there. Again, he's had a +11 on the handling, +9. Learn how to maths, Lasty. And then in his diving and reflexes and positioning, he has seen upgrades again, which is great. 46 speed is not the quickest. We saw yesterday that REUS has got 64 speed, so nearly 20 more right there. So he's not going to be the quickest goalkeeper off his line, but he's got the technique, he's got the handling, the diving ability, all that type of stuff to be a great keeper on FUT17. Now we move on to the cover star. He finally makes an appearance. We did see him at the end of the EA video yesterday, so I already knew he was going to be an 88 rated overall player, but Marco Reus has been boosted by +2. Even though he had an injury prone season and all of that stuff, he still managed to get a +2. Again, must be how they work it out, something to do with him being the cover star as well, I'm sure. But his stats have always been extremely good for someone who is like 86 rated. I've always felt like he feels like a higher rated overall player. So now he's got stats which sort of prove that. He's kept his pace and his dribbling from his FIFA 16 card. He's got +1 on the shooting, which is great. Although he's lost 1 on the passing, so he's sort of traded 1 out there. And I'm not going to lie, I'd take a higher shooting stat over a higher passing stat any day for someone like Reus. Got the 4-star skills and weak foot, of course, which is very important for him. He's going to be one of those great players weaving in and out down the wing. I found that using the wings was quite useful on FIFA 17, but also the tick-attack of passing. You know, if you set him on a run, if he plays that pass and then runs down the wing, you've then got that option to either lay it out to him or he's dragged the defender wide so you can play the ball through to a striker. So he's a very important player and I cannot wait. I'd absolutely love to pack Reus in FIFA 17. Okay, we move on now to another legend of the game, that is Andres Iniesta, the Spaniard who plays for Barcelona, has actually managed to retain his 88 rating from FIFA 16. I'm pretty sure I either kept him the same or I downgraded him by -1 to an 87 overall. But in terms of stats, he looks very, very similar to FIFA 16. In fact, literally, he's lost a couple of pace, a little bit of physical, and that's really about it. He, again, keeps that 4-star skill, 4-star weak foot option, which is good. And he is one of the most amazing technical players in the middle of the pitch. You know, we've seen already the likes of Rakitic and Toni Kroos in this video. They're good on the ball, but they're nothing compared to this wizard who is just crazy at dribbling around and stuff like that. He may not be as strong as either Rakitic or Kroos, but he'll do a great job in midfield. He's more of your, he'll make things happen kind of guy. You know, he will weave in and out of those defenders. He'll play that killer pass through to your striker. Iniesta's going to be an important one, I think, once again this year. 3 players left then, and we move on to a massive upgrade here for Diego Godin. The Uruguayan centre-back who plays in La Liga for Atletico has now been given his deserved rating of an 88 overall. Don't forget, this 86 version was already an upgrade in FIFA 16 from, I believe, an 85 overall, which was the highest rated sort of normal card he'd ever had. So across a couple of FIFAs, he's boosted himself way up there to an 88 overall. 65 pace, that's -5 from his FIFA 16 one, which kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie, but he does have 88 defending and 79 physical. 6'1" with medium high work rates, decent work rates there for Godin. I think he'll still be an absolute beast. I'm guessing that, I guess pace just doesn't necessarily matter so much, and that he'll still be able to keep up with some of those top tier strikers. Now in at number 22, and the second to last player to talk about today, we've got one which I'm not too happy about, I'm not going to lie. Philipp Lahm. I would much prefer him to be a CDM like he was in FIFA 16, but they have moved him back to a right back. They've given him an upgrade of a +1 to an 88 overall, and I'm pretty sure that will be the highest rated fullback on the game. We saw Alaba with an 87 overall. Bayern's defense and goalkeeper, and well, their whole team is going to be extremely high rated, I guess, on FIFA 17. But 88 rated right back Lahm may not be the most usable player in terms of pace, because he's a bit bit short and a bit slow. So I don't know how that's going to work in FUT17, but I'll give him a go and see what he's like. But of course, in terms of other stats, he's got great passing, amazing dribbling, defending as well. You know, he's got some decent stats there, but it's just a bit odd. I'd much prefer those stats on a CDM version of him because I think he'd be a little bit more usable. And then finally, we need to talk about this guy, Kevin De Bruyne. For some reason, the image is not quite as high res as some of the other ones. Apologies for that. It's literally from the EA site. But he's had a massive upgrade again to an 88 right midfielder. So a position change. I'm really not happy about this one because there's a couple of things here. One, I don't like the position change. I am aware that he does play that sort of position for Man City, so it is only fair that he goes there. But I'd love him at cam, and there was a reason I loved him at cam. It was the 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot combo that I loved. And he's even lost that. He's now only got 4-star weak foot. That sucks. Which, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed about. But even, I guess, packing him or, yeah, doing something like that, managing to get him in a pack, you're still going to be in for a bit of a payday. He's still a very popular player in an awesome league for a great club as well. So lots of people are still going to want to use him. He's got great dribbling, shooting and passing. All of those stats are the same as his FIFA 16 item. And actually, his card itself, stats-wise, is exactly the same as FIFA 16. He's just managed to go up a couple of ratings due to, of course, that position change. And he's lost the weak foot. Damn it. So there you have it. Another 10 official player ratings here from EA for FUT17. Number 30 to number 21 on the top 50 countdown. Of course, we now only have 20 players left to see out of that top 50. Hopefully, they'll be coming to us in the next couple of days. I'll be posting videos as soon as that stuff happens because I really like informing you guys of this stuff. If of course, you don't follow EA on Twitter or follow the EA website for all of this type of news. And I love the official stuff. It means that FUT17 is very close and we can all get hyped about it. If you wouldn't mind smashing a like on the video, that would be great. Of course, subscribe to my channel if you are new. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.